Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast. Starting tomorrow, it is now October 1st. Halloween is upon you, and in just one more month, Dragon Age the Veilguard will be launched. But the perception, it's not looking good, folks. In my opinion, it is dead on arrival, or perhaps less. Now, let's talk about the player count. Before that, let's predict the player count, and also what's gonna happen if this keeps up. The player count, based on this, remember, according to pre-orders, it is about 70,000 people following. Now, if you guys don't know, Stuttering Cray from Sidescroller reported that pre-order sales for at least physical is not looking good. Not sure, but we're gonna have to wait and see. But let me show you a few articles from that Park Place and Bounding into Comics. I think that Park Place. Right now, there is former lead writer bash critics accusing them as fucking terrorists. And not only that, many shills are betting that this Dragon Age will be Game of the Year better than Black Myth Wukong. Apparently, everyone, I'm certain some of you have seen it a mile away. Now, whether you wish to support this, it's all up to you. If you want to support this, go for it. If not, vote with your wallet. Apparently, the usual suspects are upset at how woke the new Dragon Age is, and apparently sudden and unexpected development in the series. Tourist. No, genius. You are the tourist, idiot. Oh my god. Here's another tweet. It's the same people who said they gave up on BioWare over a decade ago, yet they sure have stuck around to complain. I simply move on with my life to things that bring me joy. And David Geddes says, you gave up BioWare a decade ago or more. For those whom DAO was the last good game. What? DAO? Well, I don't know what that means. Then they're never gonna buy the game anyhow. At which point, why should Bio listen to them? Abandon your fan base, woo us instead. Okay, sure, Jan. The gaslight, folks. Here it is, the gaslight. And there's more happening, like, of course, top surgery scar, the boob size, and the developers. Take a look at this. And not only that, well, I believe Hero High made a video. Hang on a sec, let me check. Let me look for it. Here it is. Now, I'm gonna play a few sections. We'll react to this.
So it looks like Dragon Age the Veilguard has been attempting to market themselves as an extremely inclusive game, specifically because of the character creation options. Many journalists and also Twitter activist types have also been praising the game for such reasons. However, a number of women have spoken out against the game, criticizing the character creation options as not actually being inclusive enough to their body types. Before we go over that, let me be sure that we're on the same page.
Before we continue that, think about that for a second. Many of these women, they go to the gym. So what happens when your body type is right 100% and you don't get a similar one? Why? Because they're trying to appease to the trans community, the trans gays. Let's continue forward. I will skip a bit. We'll see what it means.
Slightest of pandering, because if they want to act like this is so inclusive, then I'll ask why they're such bigots. Because this is actually excluding, for example, male to female trans people who may have had tracheal shaves and have a scar on their neck, but they don't get an option. And those pronouns, he, him, she, her, they, them, seriously, that's it? They literally have no options for neo-pronouns. It's like they're implying that those people just don't matter. Oh yeah, we're so inclusive, but not for you. As I mentioned in the intro, a number of women are also calling out the character creation options. Allow me to give you the context to that. You see, in the demos for the game, they show the glute size at 100%, and there on the right you can see the glute size, and once again, that's maxed out. Looking like it's non-existent, but that's maxed out. IGN also propped this character creation up. You can see what they said right here. I'm not going to read this word for word, it just sounds too lame.
First, triangulation. Wow, that's a lot. But let's read there's even a glute site, and yes, I gave my rook one hell of an ass. Wow.
Read this. Oh hey, that's right, I can outsource my work to TTS. Let's do that.
There's even a glute slider, and yes, I gave my rook one hell of an ass.
The other issue that people are pointing out with the character creation is the chest size. Having a similar issue to the glute size option, here's the maxed out chest size. And yeah, now personally, I actually do prefer more on the flat side, but if they're gonna try and say this is such an inclusive creator and like that's maxed out, I mean, come on, what is this? Okay, with that context, that takes us to Madam Savvy, who says, I'm a 108-pound woman who sits for 15 plus hours a day. I'm not even in my prime here, and you're telling me this is your 100% on the bum slider at Dragon Age. Explain how this is your quote-unquote most inclusive character creator yet, because I can't even make my skinny bum in the game. I don't get it. Who was this character creator made for? Because it certainly wasn't made for me. These sliders do nothing.
Again, I will leave the full video, link in the description. Look, I don't think they're gonna make this much player count, even though it is on both console and PC. Now for console, we don't know the actual numbers because they tend to hide those. So the best bet is PC. Will it be dead on arrival? We'll just have to wait and see. And based on this, I don't think it's gonna do well. I mean, yes, you can garner some support. With this kind of character creation, yeah, I don't think it's going to do well. Look, you guys can criticize me all you want. You can say I'm clickbaiting you, which I didn't. I never did. But when people say something like, if you don't like it, don't buy it, or perhaps you're a tourist, which the people who made Dragon Age Veilguard and the shields that support this, they are the tourists. Not us. We'll just have to wait for another month, but if they give a high score and better than Black Myth Wukong, oh, that is gonna be a red flag. I'm hearing people, they say they're gonna make this Game of the Year. Well, I don't believe it. But then again, you should know Game of the Year is rigged. Leave a like and subscribe. If you want any gaming news, reviews, or anything, you can visit my first channel up here or link in the description.